So in part 3 we have seen the 7 types, the names of the 7 preliminary tests and the names of 7 functional group tests. Now in this part 4 I am going to give you some tips for finding of the compound. For finding the compound which is given to you, an unknown compound may be given to you and you may be asked to find out the functional group. Now whatever I am giving you is just a tip only, but you have to remember that this is only as for your prescribed syllabus. When you are dealing in undergraduate or in higher postgraduate classes, you may be given more number of functional groups. At times this may not work, but this is only for your 12th standard prescribed syllabus. So when it comes to organic compounds, 9 compounds are mentioned in your syllabus. So depending on the nature of the compound, you can immediately, by looking at the compound given to you, classify them as solid and liquid. So once you are getting a solid, the shortcut method to do this will be, and remember I am only giving you a small tip to do this. So the shortcut method is take a pinch of the solid and introduce into the flame. If you get a sooty flame, what is a sooty flame? It will burn in an orange color just like camphor burns. Then that is maybe an aromatic compound. If it burns with a non-luminous flame, then it is an aliphatic compound. So if it is aromatic, it should be acid. And immediately if you feel it's an acid, do the saturation test. And in solubility test, generally organic acids are soluble in organic solvents only, so they may be insoluble in cold water. And if you do saturation test, if you get that test for saturation is answered, then the given compound may be benzoic acid or salicylic acid, or if it is unsaturated, then it will be an cinnamic acid which is given to you. So I'm again recalling whatever I told you. If you are given an unknown compound and if you see that it is a solid, take a pinch of the solid in a spatula, introduce into the flame. If you get a sooty flame, it may be an aromatic acid, and do immediately test for solubility. It should be insoluble if it's an acid. Do saturation test. If it is saturated, it should be benzoic acid or salicylic acid, or if it is unsaturated, it may be cinnamic acid. In case you are getting a non-luminous flame, then definitely test for solubility. It may be soluble. If it is soluble and if it is giving a non-luminous flame, it should be either a sugar or a diamide, because these are compounds which are soluble in water. Then do charring test. If it chars, then it is a sugar. If it doesn't char, it is a diamide. If it chars, you will get that sugary taste, like burnt sugar smell you will get, then that itself is a confirmation for sugar, else it may be a diamide. In case the given compound is a liquid, then do tolerance test. If you get a silver mirror, it may be an amine or an aldehyde. If you don't get a silver mirror, it may be a ketone. Underline, I am using the word maybe because they are only preliminary tests and they are not confirmatory tests. That's why I am using the word maybe. In case you get a silver mirror, I said it may be an amine or an aldehyde. So in that case, in a dry test tube, take a drop of the substance which is given to you, or you can also alternately do it in a watch glass, just 1 drop of substance, and add 1 drop of concentrated sulfuric acid. Remember, it should be in a dry plate or a test tube. If you get a white precipitate, then take a portion of the precipitate, dissolve it in water and see. If it dissolves, definitely it should be an primary amine. If it is not giving a precipitate, then it is not an amine, therefore the other choice left is aldehyde. It may be an aldehyde. Then you can confirm for test for aldehydes. In case you are not getting silver mirror, it may be ketones, for which you have to confirm by doing Ligal's test. So this is just a tip for finding the compound. Just from solid and liquid, you can categorize them. And if it's a solid, do flame test. You will know if it's an acid. If it does not answer the flame test, it may be a sugar or amide. Then do the solubility test. If it is a sugar or diamide, it will be water soluble, and do the charring test. If you get that burnt sugar smell, it is sugar, else it is an diamide. And in liquid, there are 3 liquids which may be given: amine, aldehyde or ketones. Amine, aldehyde or ketones. So you do tolerance test. If you get silver mirror, it may be an amine or aldehyde. If you don't get silver mirror, you do Ligal's test and confirm ketone. If you get a silver mirror, to confirm amine, take a drop of the amine, add 1 drop of concentrated sulfuric acid, both in dry conditions. If you get a white precipitate, dissolve it in water. If it is fully soluble, it's amine, else it may be an aldehyde. So in next part, let us see how to do each of these tests. Thank you.